Yes, so. Today being the fourth day of the month of November, we've received the transcript and the full conversation of every single thing that transpired in the Federal High Court in Abuja today regarding the case of Nnamdi Kanu. This video is going to be very, very clear, descriptive, and analytical in nature. And I'll advise you to watch it up until the very, very end so that every news and update we do within, you know, go miss some. First thing first, Nnamdi Kanu appeared before the High Court today, and he was brought in by, as usual, the DSS, the same security structure where they bring him into every court session every single time. But today's one was quite different. Today's one was surprising to many. What happened? Well, Nnamdi Kanu was brought in, like I said, by the DSS, and this guy did something nobody was expecting. They bring him inside the courtroom session when the justice, don't sit down. Normally, before they go bring Nnamdi Kanu into the courtroom session, the judge never come. So Nnamdi Kanu will have time to have conversations with his lawyers, with his friends and pals who come there to fully support him. But today's one was quite astonishing. The judge, which is Omotosho, don't sit down on his desk. Now the DSS carry Nnamdi Kanu enter. So this man had basically no time to discuss with his lawyers. He had no time, no ample opportunity to have a refresh with his legal advisors. That is not even the case. When the DSS carrier entered the courtroom session, the Federal High Court today, they said no pictures, no videos, nothing of such should be recorded today. Today's own good day very different. We don't want to record this man. We don't want to film him. But surprisingly, we managed to get two pictures. One a picture, the other one a video, which I will show you later on. But what's happened? How it take play down? Let's jump right into the whole conversation and tell you how it happened. So the courtroom session kicked off around 9 a.m. Like I said, he was brought in by the DSS officers, and who the courtroom when Nnamdi Kanu arrived. Well, the judge was seated. The judge is known as Justice James Omotosho. Now they preside over the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, the prosecuting lawyer, that is the lawyer from the federal government of Nigeria, was also seated and waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to come in, which is very, very surprising. So Adeboyega Owomolo was present. He was seated. He is the lawyer where they represent the federal government. What about the defense? The lawyers where they represent Nnamdi Kanu? We had Aloy Jimako was present today. We know say as of last court session or court hearings, he know they, because of saying he was locked up in Kuje maximum prison because of waiting. He came out to protest for the release of this man, a peaceful protest. So today he was present, accompanied by Maxwell Okpara. This man will be say they're very, very rugged in his form of approach. So this is not the full lineup, and everybody within the context of things. So, like I said, everybody was seated before Nnamdi Kanu was brought in by the security structure. They were like, no pictures, no videos, nothing of such nature should be taken. But we managed to get to, this is the very moment when Nnamdi Kanu was brought in. When you look closely, you go see him say, this man there in custody or in the midst of DSS officers, the people they will usually bring him into every court session. This is a picture where we managed to get from the whole proceedings today. This is not the video coverage. As you can see, a man was seated codedly. They record Nnamdi Kanu where they by the right hand side of the man we video this particular thing. And when you zoom in closely, you go see say Nnamdi Kanu was seated in between two security structure. That is the DSS men and two DSS men and his lawyers in front of him and around his seat. This is now the formation we happened today. So it will be the conversation. First thing first, we all know as of last court session or court hearings, Nnamdi Kanu being defend himself. Today wasn't different. Now him defend himself. Some will be like, say, why this man still defend himself when his lawyers there around? Well, his lawyers were there to counsel and to advise him. Nnamdi Kanu, now him answer questions and I ask the courts plenty questions. And what happened today will definitely bust your head and blow your mind. So what's really play off? Let's go down into the main issue and the bone of contention today as it be. So for a fact, the court today, that is the justice today, Justice Omotosho, may focus on Kanu's recent motion. We know say on the 30th day of the month of October, which is last month, his last appearance, Kanu be made or submit an application where states that in they seek to strike out all 7 counts against him, which are related to terrorism, treasonable felony, and managing an unlawful society. You understand? So Nnamdi Kanu be continue with that application. Now waiting you start the day today. Then say, Omo, I don't come back again. Oh, today is a brand new day. Today is a very, very good day for us to continue this conversation. And like I stated on the 30th day of October last month, I want you guys to strike out all those 7 count charges we wanna get against me because of say it is not legal. Okay? And like I said, Kanu represented himself. He represent himself after dismissing his legal team. You know, say as of last month, he dismissed his legal team. Contact say, na me could proceed with this case. So na me want the follow up. But interestingly, like I said, his lawyer has been there to guide him. Hope you are following. Okay? So Kanu represent himself after dismissing his legal team. You can't argue, say, the charges where the federal government get on him lack valid legal basis under Nigerian law. He can't cite a particular aspect of the Nigerian constitution. Nnamdi Kanu cited the section 36, subsection 12 of the 1999 constitution. Can't they tell the courts, as you can clearly see, una no get anything against me based on wetin dey on the Nigerian constitution. You guys have no valid claims against me. Yes. If we want to play by the Nigerian constitution, una no get anything against me. And so therefore, make una end this matter as it dey hot. Make una end this case. But you know can't end there. The presiding judge can't tell the prosecuting lawyer, say, bros, you, Mr. or lawyer Adeboyega Owomolo, SAN, will direct you to reply strictly on the points of law within the timelines set in Kanu's motion. So they give you days now. We want you to reply, and we want you to give us full statements based on what this man they talk. Nine Owomolo contact, that is the prosecuting lawyer contact, say, oh, okay, make una give me 3 days to file all of these things. So I go need proper timing and proper. Give me 3 days. Make I file a proper response to what this man now, that is Nnamdi Kanu, they submit in the courts of law. The whole matter not even end there. Today's court session was crazy. It was bass left and right. Nobody saw what came true. Okay? Nnamdi Kanu can accuse the courts, say, the courts, they violate the Supreme Court judgment that condemned his extraordinary redemption from Kenya. And he can demand, say, the judge must immediately discharge him today. Hope you guys are following and paying attention. So this man, Nnamdi Kanu, can dispute with this man for the presiding judge they talk and with the prosecuting lawyers they talk as of today. Consider must respect the Supreme Court judgment. We condemned his extraordinary rendition. We say the DSS enter Kenya, can't kidnap him, carry him back, can't come back Nigeria. Okay, you know even still stop. They said, they remind the Federal High Court of the Supreme Court judgment, and they tell and say, you guys have no basis. So as it stands, this is Nnamdi Kanu challenging these people in the court of law today. This man no dey fear anybody. He came into the court session today with the mindset, say, it's either you kill me or I kill you. It's either you kill me or I go change am for una fully. He no come in like person with the fear. He no come in like say, okay, make I just see what's go happen and see how everything will go. Okay. So Nnamdi Kanu can talk say his detention at the facility of the DSS they illegal and unlawful because there was no known law he had breached. You don't get any law where him as a person don't breach. You can't accuse the court of violating the Supreme Court judgment and every single thing will happen for Kenya. You can also remind the judge or Motosho of the section 36, subsection 12 of the 1999 Constitution. I call audience say, "Oh, make una free me, yo." You can't say in Nigeria today. This is Nnamdi Kanu's own words. Make I give una what's in talk today, back to back. Make I tell you his own word. He said, in Nigeria today, the Constitution is the supreme law. There's no provision for terrorism offenses in the Constitution. There's no valid charge against me. I will not go back to any detention today. Okay? So this is Nnamdi Kanu telling the judge, say, Omo, you don't get any valid levels against me. So therefore, I know they follow anybody, even you, even DSS, go back to their facility today. You must 100% grant me freedom or a bail as we they speak. Okay? He continued by saying, the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act has been repealed. I cannot put in a defense under a repealed law. I won't do that. Just in case you get confused, the court, they tell Nnamdi Kanu, say, you must put in a defense. Nnamdi Kanu say, I cannot put in any defense because of, say, you don't get any law of the land with me, I don't breach. Okay? You know, even end there. This is his own words now. He can't tell the court, tell any lawyer to show me the valid charge. I appeal to you to please take judicial notice of the repeal of the terrorism charges. I'm not ready to go back to detention today unless I am shown the valid charge against me. You know, and I cannot be tried under a law that has been repealed, a law that is not written in our Constitution. Prosecuting me under a repealed law is a violation of my fundamental rights. And he talked repeatedly. Okay? After much persuasion, after conversations was held between his own legal counsel, which includes Aloy Jimako and this man known as Opara. Yes, so surprisingly, when the judge, that is Omotosho, advised Nnamdi Kanu to speak to his legal advisors, he was thinking his advisors would tell him something else. He was thinking his advisors would tell him, no, don't continue by arguing with the court session. No, don't continue. You have to adopt your defense. But surprisingly, wait till these people tell Nnamdi Kanu for court to go bust you. They tell us, say, bros, they tell judge, say, as you can see, you have no case against this man. You have no case against this man. And under your own constitution, you don't get any charge where this man supposed they answer to. Yes, now it's una self-talk. It dey una own books. But then before I tell you what happened, after the court session today, Aloy Ejimako, even his other colleague, Opara, being compara, they held series of TV interviews, called the para, say, wait till the courts they do no make sense. Say, by the 15th of this month or thereabouts, it go make 10 years when this man, when the courts, the Nigerian government, they still handle his case. It's going to be 10 years this month, which it no make sense. It's either this month or last month. It's either October or November. Go make 10 full years. Say it no make sense. You guys don't have anything against this man. What we advise you to do right about now is to have a political dialogue and to have a very, very clear conversations with this man politically. It can be resolved politically and not trying to delay this man in the court of law. Now, wait see Aloy Ejimako, they talk. Now, something we say you can fully fact check. And something we say you can get if you search for it. Okay? So let's go back into the court session and see what followed suit. Because of, say, things will happen today plenty. You choke. So that Nnamdi Kanu content and say, I know they go back DSS facility for any reasons in this world. I'm not following this man to custody. It's either you release me now or go by your books, go by your constitution. I know they follow these people go anywhere. If you like drag me, pull me back. I'm not going anywhere with this man. And my statement is final. And my statement is everything. But first thing first, if you look at this picture with the show right now, this was taken today. You go see, say this man is even looking sick. This man is looking sick by the day. You know, say this man, if he appears in the court of law, he always shows up very happy and very, very, very healthy. But for the very first time, physically, this man is looking very, very sick. And if the justice himself has human sympathy in him, if he stop playing by the books given to him by the federal government, you know, say this man, in all reach, you go grant him a possible bail. Make bail come into the conversation first, make he receive proper treatment. You said your facility, Your medical facility is one of the best in the world. But now this man is looking very, very sick, to be honest with you. Yes, they look sick. Okay? Before we continue, today's court session had some strange faces. You get some men we come out to come view the whole proceedings. You get some men we say, okay, we go leave our country, come observe how this man case they go. We never fully understand who this man be, but once we do, we go give una full revelation. So who be this man? Make I show you a picture. This was released by Channels Television 26 minutes ago. This is a picture of Nnamdi Kanu in court today, looking sick as usual for the very first time. When you look around, you go see Asian-looking men in the court session. Asian-looking men. Wait till carry this man come court today. We don't know. What are their objectives? Or wait till be their goals? Why are they here? We don't know as the time of making this video, but definitely we go know every single thing later on. When you look at this picture closely, you go see, this man will sit down on the left-hand side of Nnamdi Kanu. No be his lawyer. Is a man from the DSS. This man held bottled water for him and all of his documents, his paperwork, the constitution, every single thing they. Now he stand there, they give him every single thing where he need because of say his lawyers couldn't speak or address the presiding judge. Hope you guys are following and hope you guys they get every single thing where they happen as of now. Okay? So let's continue with the whole conversation and how it take end. Today's court session was very, very short. It happens to be one of the shortest court sessions where Nnamdi Kanu don't appear before. Happens to be one of the shortest court sessions where this man don't appear before. And as something we be say, we don't know why it was very, very brief. So let's continue. So Nnamdi Kanu tell the judge say, I cannot be tried under a law that has been repealed. A law that is not written in our constitution. Prosecuting me under a repealed law is a violation of my fundamental rights. And I wait till him tell them. After much persuasion, after much deliberation, okay, and very, very strong conversations, Nnamdi Kanu said, I'm not going to defend. I will not defend the charge will not level against me because of say it is not constitutional. In the process, Justice Omotosho, in a brief remark, this justice not even give a full deliberation on the matter today. It was very, very brief with the conversation. It was very brief with the court session. So in a brief remark, Inco adjourned further hearing till November 5 for Kanu to either enter his defense or waive his right to do so. So tomorrow, at the 5th day of the month of November, tomorrow is what? A Wednesday. You understand? So this man, they give Nnamdi Kanu two choice and two options. It's either you enter your defense or we waive your right to do so. What will be the implications of this particular thing? And what do you even mean? Well, let me give you a quick summary of what will happen tomorrow if Nnamdi Kanu choose not to enter a defense. The judge don't give him two possibilities of what will happen. Let me explain it to you gradually so that you could understand them and get the full coverage fully. Because in this channel, they give you videos as EB. We go tell you something, still explain them for you because it's one thing to get an information, another thing to understand what that thing they talk. So, wait see this thing mean. Let's explain it gradually in layman terms, in common man terms. Yes. So what did this whole thing even mean? Well, just in case you don't know, Nnamdi Kanu is playing a game here. This is a game. It's a game of 50-50. The judge or Motosho don't give him two options. Enter a defense or we will waive your right in doing so subsequently. Okay? So what if, let's take these two options one after the other. What if Nnamdi Kanu choose to enter a defense? It simply means say Kanu go actively argue against all the evidence provided by the prosecuting lawyer. That is to say, he can testify under oath, okay, to argue against every single thing where the prosecutor they talk. He can also call in witnesses. He can submit documents, videos, or other exhibits to challenge the charges. This gives him full opportunity to build a counter-narrative, potentially, we go feel lead to acquittal if the courts find them reasonable, okay? Or if the court finds reasonable doubt. Hope you are paying attention. However, this particular move, if Nnamdi Kanu enter a defense, he gets his own risk. It dey risky too. What it even mean? What it be the risk? Okay. If not handled carefully, okay, if Nnamdi Kanu no handle his defense properly and his lawyers don't do so properly, and the cross-examination no happen very, very well, it could strengthen the case where the prosecuting lawyer don't carry come. So if Nnamdi Kanu no present proper documents, do a proper cross-examination, it go to strengthen the case of the prosecuting lawyer. Now something we be say, Nnamdi Kanu himself knows, say, it is risky to open a defense. What if, let's take a look at the second scenario. What if the presiding judge waive his right to defend? What does it even mean? Well, if they waive his right to defend or rest on no case submission, if the courts rest on no case submission or waive his rights to defense, it means say Kanu's current stance, but he don't choose not to present any additional evidence. It means say he don't choose not to argue the case again. And he's saying that, okay, I have submitted every single thing I can submit. I don't call in all the witnesses I can call in, and I am done. Okay? I am done with all the evidence presentation. And now he has to rely solely on the argument that the prosecuting lawyer failed to establish a prima facie case legally. Okay? So if this man now can't choose, if the judge can't waive Kanu's rights of a defense, he don't close the defense phase without further input from him. The courts now will come proceed directly to judgment. So if by tomorrow, being the 5th, the judge can't choose number 2, which is to waive his rights, they go proceed directly to judgment. Then they say, Nnamdi Kanu don't present every single thing where he gets. Now judgment. Then go follow suit. Okay? And they will call the judgment will come based on the prosecution's evidence. Okay? Hope you are following. If the judge deems that the evidence is sufficient beyond reasonable doubt, conviction follows, potentially leading to sentencing. This is with the law, they talk. This is not my own view. I'm telling you what the law is saying when it comes to waiving of a no case submission or no defense. Okay? So if all the documents presented by the prosecutor is sufficient, if all the documents presented by Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are sufficient enough, it can also lead to a possible acquittal. So that 50-50. If the presiding judge move to waive his rights for a defense, it's either he will be sentenced or he'll be acquitted, which can happen possibly tomorrow. So that tomorrow we'll know the fate of Nnamdi Kanu and how soon the whole thing will possibly happen. Hope you are following, and hope all of these conversations are very, very clear and explained in a simple man terms and languages. I beg, if you know they understand what they talk, do well to leave a comment or ask any question for the comment section. Okay? So, by tomorrow, now we go know how all of these things go play out and how every single thing will be. And I will advise you, say, if you never subscribe, do well to hit the subscribe button, because tomorrow will be one of the biggest days in Nnamdi Kanu's court proceedings. And tomorrow we will know if this case will end this year or if this case will enter next year. It's going to be very, very simple. But we too believe say go happen tomorrow. Well, we know say Alo Ejimako going to advise Nnamdi Kanu say, well, no wait for the court of law to waive your rights for your defense, because these people, they are more than happy to do so. Now what did they force you to do? Now what did they push you to do? No wait for them to do that one for you. Instead, open a defense. You know, say the powers of this man the powers are in the hands of the judge, Justice Omotosho. And we know say Before the court even start today, people don't they point fingers at him. International body don't they point fingers at him. We know say when this case go end, go end well for this man when it comes to international sanctions and things will go follow suit. He knows all of these things. So by tomorrow, we doubt if Nnamdi Kanu will go by the option of waiving his right to a defense. We believe that tomorrow he will open the defense. And that is the only way around it. Because of go and give these people a 50-50 opportunity. They will nail you straight. Any mistake where you give them, they will nail you. Now one thing we will know these people to be. And it's unjust. Say, in a country like this that claims to respect fundamental human rights, it don't take you over 10 years to handle one man's case. It be like, say, na a group of people una catch. Even if now one country una catch, one can prosecute them, go reach 10 years, to be honest with you. Go reach 10 years. But one man's case, they enter 10 years for heaven's sake. This is a shame to the judiciary of the country. Now a big shame, a big blow to the Nigerian judiciary. And, they paint the country in a good light in international space. It's as simple as that, as simple as ABC. So, Omotosho, if you watch this video, what I advise you to do is, you have a book on your desk. You have a book that guides you, that guides your profession. And what's be that book? The Nigerian's 1999 Constitution. Waiting Nnamdi Kanu don't quote today, and wait till you they quote, wait till you and the prosecutor that they call, no they embedded in this book. They embedded in the book that guides you, that supersedes your operation. They there. So what you should do is to try to correct what he's saying and not just wave his own argument aside. It don't make sense. He's a human being who came there to defend himself. Even though he said he don't dismiss his lawyers. We don't say it's out of frustration. Your court has frustrated this man to this particular point in time. So make everything we do. They're abiding with the laws of the land. A bail is something you should look into. This man is looking sick. From pictures we don't see. That is why your court asks people not to take pictures. But surprisingly, we saw pictures, we saw videos. It simply means they get una they hide. This man is looking very, very sick. We could not wait till this country turn upside down before we go begin get sense. No wait until this country begin come out smoke and fire pending. Now we go begin use on our head. No wait until they can't knock for your door for night. Now you go begin to say, Omo, green na green and white na white. Oh, green, white, green, Nigerian flag. Now we'll still get the opportunity. Now we mouth fit talk. Now we eyes fit see and ear they hear. We could use our hands to what we're supposed to. Now we will get the opportunity that you can still breathe. Do what you're supposed to do. And make sure, say, everything is done accordingly. That is my advice for you as a legal human, a legal-minded person, and a practitioner. You're not justice. You know be small picking. You know be lawyer. You're a justice of the federal government of Nigeria. It simply means that you are highly ranked. You don't know, so you are the law. Now you supposed to interpret the law, give us, and not us telling you the law. It's a shame. It's like you having a car. Your car break down. A mechanic came to fix your car. Now you begin telling us, no lose here, lose that place. So no put oil for here. No, that is the work of a mechanic because it's what is a professional. And it's called what? A mechanic. And you're a car owner. When car owner come begin no work past mechanic, it be like say the foundation is wrong and problem they pending. So we don't want problems. We don't want all of these delays and fragmentations we see over time. Don't be too surprised if this guy's case, after the 6th day of this month, they go carry enter next year, maybe a March of next year. Don't be too surprised. Because you know, now wait till they want to delay this man's case till eternity. Now wait till they're on the books, now wait till they're on the blueprints. And it's not fair. It is not right in all ramifications. So tomorrow, being the 5th day of the month of November, now tomorrow we go know. Because to be honest with you, this man already knows what they are doing. They don't give them the script. They then say, play by the script and play by the books. So tomorrow will be big. Tomorrow will be huge. We are watching on you guys. We are watching you all eyes are on you. Do what you have to do to respect the laws of the land. That is all we have to say to you, today being the 4th day of the month of November.